How's it going, people? Let's talk wrestling. AEW Double or Nothing pay per view special event, whatever you want to call it. First match, the AEW International Battle Royal. That's a mouthful. Let's go through all the participants, how they got eliminated, and the end. Sorry, just got finished drinking a Pepsi, and you know how that goes. So, first competitor, Trent Beretta. Trent Beretta got eliminated. So he was on the apron along with Orange Cassidy. Big Bill tries to go for a uh, big kick on Orange Cassidy. Trent Beretta sacrificing himself. Don't know if that's gonna play into a storyline later, but maybe depending on whatever. Tony Nese, who cares? Butcher, who cares? Blade, who cares? Swerve Strickland got eliminated by Orange Cassidy. We'll talk about that later. Ricky Starks got eliminated by Bullet Club Gold via Big Bill in a boot. Ray Phoenix forgot. Penta got eliminated by Big Bill. Clothesline. Lee Moriarty forgot. I think it was a clothesline by, I think, Trent Beretta. Am I not mistaken? Commander got eliminated walking on the ropes in a battle royal. Why would you do that? By uh, Jay White. Jay White just pushed him off. Kip Sabian got eliminated by the Best Friends via a triple power bomb. Keith Lee got eliminated by the Embassy while his partner Dustin looked on. I don't know if that was just like storyline wise or like just Dustin being Dustin. Juice Robinson got eliminated by Ricky Starks, along with Jay White got eliminated by Ricky. Dustin Rhodes got eliminated by Swerve. He hit Dustin hit a Canadian Destroyer on Brian Cage. Brian Cage eliminated. And then Swerve comes in with the kick, knocks Dustin off the apron. Chuck Taylor forgot. I just told you how Cage got eliminated. Big Bill got eliminated because it was Swerve, Big Bill, and Cassidy in the ring. They're arguing about who's about to throw out Cassidy. Big Bill, he picks up Cassidy, gorilla press. He's about to throw him out. Swerve comes in, kicks Big Bill in the leg or the back, and then tosses Big Bill out. Bandito forgot. I think it was Bullet Club. Yeah, Bullet Club. Of Ari Var, who cares? And then Orange Cassidy won the Battle Royal. It was him and Swerve Strickland left. They're fighting on the apron. Prince Nana has distracted Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy falls to the apron, sitting down. Swerve comes in with the double knees, but Cassidy gets his feet up, and Swerve's hanging on for dear life. And then Orange Cassidy just kicks him off the ropes, wins, and Orange Cassidy just keeps the ball and momentum rolling. I don't even know really who could really take the title of Orange Cassidy that would make sense. Like, who deserves it? Like, that's another thing we gotta add. Who deserves it and who would this benefit? There's gonna be a lot of this. Who deserves it and was that a good decision later on? Adam Cole defeated Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match, and this was absolutely deplorable. This was the worst match I've seen between both of them. I'm not even going to talk about it really. Why not give Sabu just a paycheck or like let him be a manager to somebody and become like a new? They had Sabu taking bumps. Like why? Adam Cole won via referee stoppage in a unsanctioned. Just terror, just come. And then you had Jericho backstage talking about, "Oh my God, I can't believe I lost. It's gonna be me and Saraya." And him and Saraya are over talking each other like, "I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you." What? And then he throws a AEW tag team match. MTR defeated Lethal and Jarrett. This was a pretty solid match, man. It was Jarrett and Lethal trying to play against Mark Briscoe, being an inexperienced referee. Mark Briscoe catching them sometimes. Toward the end of the match, you had Sunday Dutt break up a pin, and then you had Dax chase him all around the ring. He gets into the ring. Mark Briscoe stops both. He stops Dax. He's like, "Hold up, bro. I got this." He throws out Sanjay, throws out the big guy, and out of nowhere, Mark Briscoe gets hit in the head with a guitar by Jeff. Referee's out. They hit the big rig. I think They hit the big rig on Lethal or whatever. They hit the big rig on Lethal, and then they're pinning it. They're pinning it. Aubrey Edwards comes up and she gets stopped by Sanjay. She pushes Sanjay out of the way, and out of nowhere, Karen Jarrett hits Audrey with the guitar. Then in the ring, Jarrett hits the stroke on, I think it was Dax, or it might have been, I think it was Dax. He hit the stroke on Dax. Mark comes to his senses. He counts 1, 2, and Dax kicks out. And Jarrett's pissed. He's like, why didn't you count faster? You should have counted. He slaps Mark. Mark slaps him back as a response. FTR hits the big rig on Jarrett. 1, 2, 3. Where it goes from here. Maybe FTR, who, when they walk back, they catch Bullet Club Gold beating up Ricky Starks and they fight him off. So we might get Bullet Club Gold versus FTR. But as far as the Mark Briscoe, Jeff Jarrett, Sonny Dutt, Saddam Singh story, where does that go? How can that be resolved? So anyway, moving on past that. You had a ladder match. Wardlow defeated Christian Cage. Yeah, man. It was okay. Kind of unnecessary. Wardlow, and this match right here, they really don't suit Wardlow's strengths. That was a really cool spot in the match where he leapfrogged from the top rope to the ladder, but the ladder just couldn't sustain his weight. And then when like the ladder breaks, he's still trying to climb the ladder like a jamoke. Like the ladder's twisted and torn. He's like, I'm still trying to come, and then the referee trying to hold. Like, it just looked stupid. Luchasaurus got involved. He beats up Luchasaurus, puts him on 2 tables. And then Arn Anderson has to hold the ladder while Wardlow climbs up it and does the swanton. Just a lot of stupid stuff in this match. And then he wins the match by taking the title. And I'm just going to move on. Then you had Toni Storm defeating Jamie Hayter. Getting the match right before Hayter came out, she got attacked by the Outcast, attacking her arm, blah, XYZ, throw in the ring. They take the turnbuckles off. Referee falls into a turnbuckle. Britt Baker comes out to fight Saraya. Hikaru Shida comes out to fight Ruby. But in the end, Toni Storm throws Jamie Hayter into the exposed turnbuckle and hits the Storm Zero. 1, 2, 3. Toni Storm is the 2-time World Heavyweight Champion, Women's World Heavyweight Champion. I'm not mad at this one. Maybe Hayter had some injuries. He had to maybe get some surgery. They wanted to get the title off her before they got headed to Wembley. So I'm not mad at this decision. Then next you had the Trios Championship match. The House of Black defeated the Acclaimed. Let's talk about Max Caster's rap. He didn't mention Julia Hart. That probably was a serious talk. Hey man, don't even do it. Don't even talk about Julia Hart. Don't do it. He rapped about Buddy man. He said, "Your acting so ominous, but you're getting cooked by a kid named Wowzers." Wow. Even if you look at the video, even Brody King was like, "Whoa, bro." And even Buddy, he's like, "Bro, I did not approve that. Why'd you say that?" The majority of this match, Anthony Bowen was getting worked over, and his selling on this was absolutely brilliant. They beat the hell out of Anthony Bowen. He finally gets a chance to break away. He tags in Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn, House of Fire, hitting people with the Fame Answer. He hits Buddy Matthews with the Fame Answer through the ropes, and he's hitting the whatever thing. And he turns around, Malachi Black just claps him with that back heel kick. 1, 2, 3. I could maybe see this story going on a little bit. Maybe one more match at Wembley. Maybe. Then you had Jade Cargill defeating Taya Valkyrie. Now let's talk about the interesting. So Taya comes out and she has like the showgirl entrance, sort of, because it's kind of whatever. And then Jade Cargill comes out to Big Boss Vet, Pretty Girls Walk. The only thing I hated about this match was that Vet kept repeating the hook, but after listening to the song, I kind of see why, because it's a lot of, as you would guess, curse words that maybe she didn't know how to rap without cursing and messing up the lyrics. So yeah, then the core, core, the dance moves with her and her sorority sister, that was pretty cool. Uh, the end of the match comes. Taya Valkyrie hits Road to Valhalla on Jade. Jade kicks out. Jade goes for a pump kick on Taya, and then hits the Jaded on Jade Cargill. Wins the match 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then Mark Sterling comes in. She's like nobody. He's like nobody's left. She's beating everybody, and I don't even know like how it got stated that she's gonna wrestle another match. I thought it was just like, okay, well, she's beating everybody who's left. I'm gonna go play fantasy booker real quick for myself. If it was me, Jade Cargill has all this momentum. People like Jade Cargill. Like, yeah, she's a heel, but people like her. The music that should have hit after after Mark said there's nobody left should have been the Outcast, and you should have heard "Baby Girl," you got 60, and then you should have had the Outcast beating up both Layla and Jade, and then you could have got a ball rolling. Soraya beating up in a program, getting into a program with Jade Cargill. And, it's the Outcast. They're against the hometown. Who's a bigger hometown girl than homegrown girl than Jade? I don't know who. But instead, for some, like, the only reason I can see that why it happened is, uh, and I'm going to say this the most respectful way I can. Trent Beretta, how does Tony Khan's dick taste? Like that's the only way I can see. Like, how did Chris Statlander coming back win the title off of it? It's mind boggling. It's how. Like, yeah, I love Chris Statlander. She's a great wrestler, but she she's the one to beat. I don't I don't understand. It should have been Soraya with the storyline of them being. I just don't know why. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Tony Khan is skeeting in Chris Lander's throat. No disrespect. No disrespect. I don't. But why? Four Pillars match storytelling here was excellent. You had the men hitting their mentors moves midway during the match. Match end, and this was excellent. This was by far the best MJF match ending I've ever seen. So, oh yeah, also during the match, you had MJF grabbing the mic and telling Sammy Guevara, "Look, you got a kid on the way. Lay down. You need the money." Sammy, he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then he double crosses MJF, hits the whatever, but breaks up the pin. Uh, in the match, you had Darby Allin hitting the Kaufman drop on MJF, and then he takes him up for the headlock takeover pin. Jack Perry breaks it up. So maybe we could get Darby Allin, Jack Perry feud, maybe. The match ends. Darby Allin knocks out. I think it was Sammy. He knocked out Sammy. He goes up to hit the coffin drop. Turns his back, and MJF in a sleight of hand puts the sorry about that. Beforehand, let me rewind. So MJF, he tries to go to hit Jack Perry with the belt. Jack Perry takes the belt away from MJF, and Sammy and MJF go out of the ring. And the crowd is chanting for Jack to hit Darby with the belt or just use the belt. He's deciding, hey, should I hit the belt and everything else? Should I do what it takes to become a champion? He throws the belt down. The crowd boos. Darby, I think he knocks out Jack Perry, and then he gets Sammy down. If I'm not mistaken, it could have been vice versa. Uh, and he goes up with the caution drop, and in a sleight of hand, MJF puts the belt on top of Sammy, and Darby comes down, back of the head, right on the title belt, flush. MJF picks him up, headlock takeover, continuing that whole storyline of MJF is just beating Darby Allin with a headlock takeover in these cheatable, questionable ways. So that's a great storyline to continue. And then the question now you have is, who's next for MJF? Who's on? Who do you put in a match against MJF at Wembley Stadium? That's going to be like, okay, that's the draw. Sorry, that's what people are coming to see. Looking at the rest of the roster, the only person, maybe Orange Cassidy, but he's already honed a major title. I'm trying to think of somebody international. Maybe Will Ospreay. Maybe maybe do that because it's Wembley. But then again, he's not on the roster. It's gonna be a tough choice. Who do you guys think should be MJF's opponent at the Wembley Stadium? All In, or what is it called? Is it All In? I forgot what it's called. Anyway, Anarchy in the Arena. Man, with this match, brutal. You had the band playing for like 15 minutes. People getting cut and busted open. Hangman Page showed that his eyes healed and he tries to go stab Bryan Danielson with the screwdriver. He gets cut off. You had a point in the match where I think it was Nick, or I think it was Matt. So Matt comes into the ring after getting power drive on a truck bed outside by Carter. He comes in and John Moxley has, I think it was it Paige? No, he had Nick in the Boston Crab, and Matt comes in and super kicks him, but the super kick has a bomb inside the shoe and it just explodes in John Moxley's face. And the Blackpool Combat Club, they beat up Matt, take his shoe off. John Moxley comes in. Oh my God. When I saw this in person, I cringed a lot. So they take his shoe off, take his sock off. He's fighting them. John Moxley. Oh my God. He picks him up for a backdrop and drops him barefoot first into thumbtack. It reminds me of that spot between Sami Callihan and Jimmy. I forgot the guy's name, but he was the devil guy who got foot. Oh my! Anytime it's like glass or like thumbtacks into a foot. Oh my God! It's so crisp. Oh. But the end of the match comes. Eventually the Elite take over with Kenny and Adam Page. They single out Wheeler Yuta. They set him up for the buckshot V-trigger. Don Callis distracts both of them. They pull out. The BCC pulls out Adam Page or whatever, and Don Callis hands Yuta a screwdriver. He hits Adam Page with a screwdriver. Kenny Omega ducks, hits him with the knee, puts him up for the V trigger. Kenny Omega puts him down. He senses Don Callis in the ring. He turns around for Don Callis. Don Callis quivers, and a massive selling comes in with a flying knee, and it's Takeshita. It's Takeshita. And that allows Wheeler Yuta to hit the seatbelt lock pin on Kenny Omega. Pinning Kenny Omega 1, 2, 3. And a lot of questions here. Are Don Callis and Takeshita a part of the Blackpool Combat Club? Or is this Don Callis' newest acquisition and as they build, sort of like how Ghetto turned his back on the Rainmaker to Okada, turned his back on Okada and chose Jay White. Is this the sort of situation we got going on? Uh, and you could probably still throw in the back who comes. There's a lot of things. So I'm interested to see where this goes. Takeshita finally getting a character and a much needed mouthpiece is a great step in a great direction. So yeah, all in all, besides like some of the questionable choices here, I think it was an overall good pay per view. But that's the only thing. I don't get Jake Cargill losing the match, especially at 60-0. Like unless he just had like some kind of injury where she needed to like leave. But if she gonna show up on the next show and be like, "Oh man, I lost because blase swaze," it's just like, okay, stop, just stop, just no, no, I'm not believing it. So anyway, you guys tell me your thoughts on this pay per view. What did you like? The match you hated? I'm bet majority of people are gonna say the Chris Jericho match because it was just straight trash can water. So anyway, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace out.